You're no longer on the competition. What are the emotions in that? Okay, I know for certain now that I cannot win Rising Star. How does that feel?
I mean, it is what it is. I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed every single moment of Rising Star. When I got a call, I was the most excited person ever. And then they told me, out of thousands, I made it into the 60, and they're flying me to LA.
Right.
That in itself to me was unbelievable. And then they said they're going to cut it down into 30, and I'm like, I'm just enjoying this experience. I got a free trip to LA. I stayed at this fancy hotel. Who cares? I had fun. And then they told me I'm in the top 30 and I'll be on TV.
Right.
I'm like, whoa, this is nice. I'm like, okay, at least people will see who Lisa Punch is, even if they see me one time. Then I moved on to the next round, and I took every single day. I took everything in. I was thankful for every single experience. While I was walking down Beverly Hills, staying at the luxurious 5-star hotel in Beverly Hills, SLS, I was breathing everything in and smiling and just saying thank you, being thankful. So I don't feel any way that I'm not in the competition. I believe that there are greater things in store for me. Like, it has been proven with other shows that persons that did not win those shows are even bigger than the persons that won. And it's like, I really feel that I have that hope, seeing that persons did it before, and I can do it and be even,
Right. All right, so you got any favorites? Anybody in particular that you would like to see come out on top for Rising Star?
I love all of them so much. It's crazy. I love all of them. I really do love all of them. I don't know. I do. They're all, and the thing about Rising Star is everyone is so unique. Everyone is unique in their talent, in their dress, in their style. Everyone is so unique, and one person's style may not be the other person's style, but it's a variety of talent that was brought together so that you can enjoy the show. So I don't have a favorite, like one person. I love them all because I appreciate each and every talent.
Well, spoken like a true judge. Maybe sometime around we'll have you as a judge of maybe Rising Star sometime later on.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Looking forward.
All right. Now tell me what is the one thing or the most valued thing that you take away from Rising Star? Because I mean, as you made it clear, it was an experience beyond anything that you would have experienced before. What is the one thing that you would take away from Rising Star that you would probably carry with you, as long as you're in the music industry?
I think the one thing that became clear, that became very evident to me whilst I was on Rising Star, is to stay true to Lisa and be me. And once I'm true to me, then others will accept me. And those who wouldn't accept me, then so what? I'm true to me, and I can live my life knowing that.
Right. All right.
Ghana is a very beautiful country, and it's also a poor country. The reason we moved to America is because our grandmother wanted a better life for us. My grandmother, she's an American citizen. She applied for a green card for the family. It took 7 years, but nevertheless, we're here, and we're very, very excited to be here.
It's one step in the ultimate plan, but it's not quite there yet, is it? What's your situation?
Our situation isn't ideal. I share a bedroom with my grandmother, my mother, my brother, my sister, my cousin.
So 13 of you are sharing a 2-bedroom apartment in Brooklyn.
Yeah. We're trying to get a bigger apartment. I'm pretty sure we will get that place, so no worries.
This show for you is not just a way to get out and sing a song and have fun. This is your livelihood.
Yeah.
You received a little bit of a flack on social media about your comments about the show, the way you were dressed. Some people even had comments about your shoes and the way you were sitting. What is your overall response to these comments? And I mean, how did you receive those comments? Because I mean, this is Guyana talking.
I know. First thing first, I wasn't reading anything on social media. I heard of comments through friends and family. And when I heard of those comments, I'm like, okay, And your point is, because they said, you know, we know one of those comments is me saying that Guyana is beautiful, but yet it's poor. The fact is, I said Guyana is beautiful, but yet it's a poor country. And if you Google poorest countries in the world, our country is right there. So I'm not lying. I'm being honest. Why would I?
True.
And it's my reality. Some people grew up in the richest part of Guyana, and they can proudly say, "Oh, Guyana is beautiful and it's rich," because that's their reality. They don't know the other side of Guyana. I live in the other part of Guyana. I can speak for that part too.
Right.
You understand? So I stand by my what I said about Guyana being beautiful, but yet it's a poor country. But I love my country. I went there and I was told when I went there and say, "Where you're representing and where are you from?" I said Guyana, and they said, "No, where do you live in the United States?" I said Brooklyn. So it's like, okay, so you'll tell us where you're from. I'm like, okay. And I'm Lisa Punch from Guyana. No. Where do you live? I was like, oh, Brooklyn. I'm like, okay. I'm Lisa Punch from Brooklyn, but originally from Georgetown, Guyana.
Exactly.
Right? And that's what I kept saying all the time.
It's got to be there.
Good.
It's got to be there.
Exactly.
Right.
If I had wanted, I could have said, oh, I'm from Brooklyn, and just get
just
all
leave
the
it at
Brooklyn
that.
people supporting me. Like, yeah, leave it as it is. But I am proud of who I am. I am proud of Guyana. As you know, I would sing the national anthem from major events. And when I sing Dear Land of Guyana, I mean it with everything in me when I sing that song. And my skin crawls every time I sing it.
Right.
Every time I sing it, my skin crawls because I believe everything I say when I sing, and I love my country. So if I'm going on an international stage and I have a platform whereby I can showcase my country, I am going to do it.
It will be done. It will be done.
And I'm going to do it in the best way possible. I'm not going to cover things up because they will find out eventually whether I like it or not.
That you're from South America, you're from Guyana.
Exactly.
Right.
And they will say, oh, it's a beautiful country, but it's a bit poor too. You know, but I said it. I mentioned
Exactly.
it. You know what you're going for, or you're going for a beautiful country.
Put it right out there on the post, so there's
Yeah.
nothing to hide, nothing to be afraid of or ashamed of.
Exactly. And when I get my shoes, I love my shoes. I mean, I'm a colorful person. When I went there, they asked me what my style was. I told them what my style was, and they, you know, put together my style for me too. And I'm like, oh yeah, I love it, and I love colors. So if I'm gonna wear a blue dress, I'll wear an orange shoes to go with my blue dress because I love colors.
That sounds pretty cool, though. I like the sound of that. I like the sound of that. All right, so now that you're back in Guyana, this time you're not just Lisa Punch, but you're rising star contestant. You've claimed or you've owned now this international recognition that you're getting. I mean, did you notice the attention? Did it resonate with you that, okay, I'm home and this is how the entire country sees me now? How does that feel?
When I first heard that Guyana was, you know, supporting the way they did, when my father told me at first, I started to cry. I'm like, when I was in Guyana, I was saying, I was telling the people, oh my God, please support us, support us, support us, support us. And to see that they were supporting me was amazing. It was an unbelievable experience for me. I'm like, what? I felt so proud to be Guyanese because they came together as one people, one nation, one destiny, the motto, and they did what they had to do, and I was so happy about that. And I mean, when I came home, I did notice the difference, of course, and it takes artists going out of the country and then coming back in order to be fully respected, and I think that should not be. We should be respected as we are here in our homeland. People should give us that respect first and let the other artists' presence be known online, like other artists in Guyana, let their presence be known the way you did it for me, so that producers will be looking at it and be like, oh, who's that person? We should pay attention. We should go to Guyana and find who they're talking about. You know, things like that happen, and you never know. You just never know. So I believe in just pushing each and every artist, and I love the attention. Yeah, I've been working for it really hard since I was here in Guyana, and you know, and I'm getting it, and I'm very, very thankful for it. But I just want them to support the others as well.
Okay, well, that's being a real Guyanese. You know, being a real Guyanese. I'm not the only person here. I'm not the only person doing this.
Exactly.
Right.
Of course, I feel good about it. I want to come. And he was like, so when do you want to come? Tomorrow? I'm like, I'm in LA. I can fly from LA tomorrow to New York, but I can come the following day, which was a Thursday. And he was like, okay, good, we'll set it up.